A controversial bill making it harder for Idahoans to pass their own laws prompted hours of discussion in the legislature on Friday. It ultimately passed, but some say the bill is violating Idahoans' rights. Let's bring in Abby Wilt to unpack this for us. Abby, what is in this bill?
Hunter, it's SJR 101, which would change the way Idahoans could get initiatives on the ballot in elections. Now, any Idahoan can gather a select number of signatures to essentially put an initiative on the ballot. But with SJR 101, it'd make that process even stricter.
Idaho's initiative process is one of the strictest in the nation.
Senator James Rucci says the initiative process is about to get even stricter.
It would take away from the people their right to create laws. This is a fundamental right of the people, and you can't turn it into an unusable right.
In the past, Idahoans could put any initiatives or new laws on a voter's ballot. They just had to get 6% of voters to sign in 18 of the 35 legislative districts.
I can tell you it is tons of work to get enough signatures to get something on the ballot.
After SJR 101, which is the bill that passed Friday in the Senate State Affairs Committee, they'd have to get 6% of voters to sign in all 35 legislative districts. That's something sponsor Doug O'Connor says needs to happen.
We changed the initiative process to be consistent with modern technology. The original requirements will continue to be abused by these big money special interests.
O'Connor says bringing initiatives onto ballots isn't a constitutional right in the first place, and he wants to leave it up to Idahoans to decide in the election.
These provisions were passed into law at that time and then overturned by the Supreme Court.
This isn't the first time this bill has been introduced. SJR 101 was passed by the Idaho legislature back in 2021, but it was ultimately overturned by the Idaho Supreme Court.
They said it would turn a perceived tyranny of the majority into an actual tyranny of the minority.
The public acknowledged that and brought their concerns with the bill to the legislature on Friday.
This is not the Idaho way.
I believe SJR 101 would silence Idaho voters rather than giving them a voice.
I want to know what on earth is so frightening when it comes to Idahoans expressing their opinions.
And the night before the bill passed, Idahoans United for Women and Families filed a lawsuit stating the language in the bill was biased and misleading.
When the legislature just doesn't listen to the people have the right to bring laws themselves.
And I did reach out to the United for Women and Families organization. We will let you know when we receive an answer from them.
Yeah, and Abby, we were talking about this a moment ago, but what happens next with this?
Hunter, so next it's going to the Senate floor, and then if it passes there, it will go to the House. So we'll be bringing you coverage of all of those decisions.
Yeah, Abby, thank you.